What's going on, guys? Interesting video here today because I talked about Jake Novak just recently because people found out where he worked at Disney and people were videoing him, kind of, harassing him a little bit. He's infamous on TikTok for his quote-unquote cringeness, it's all subjective, of course. He has returned in an interview, and it's an interview on Vulture, the cringe king of TikTok, 7 weeks later. He starts to talk about, how he had dreams of being a TikToker. He had worked at Disneyland before that. I didn't know that. He wasn't hitting on YouTube. And so he's like everybody else, right? He's posting TikToks. And he posted a video, I want to be the next SNL cast member. And here's why I should be a contender. Hi, Lorne Michaels. Blah, 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 blah. He said that he hadn't showed his friends it before, that he felt good about it, that it started blowing up, and then that all that stuff turned really negative. Everybody started making fun of him, including me, because it was a cringe video. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't really funny. And a lot of people are like, leave Jake Novak alone, and I agree with that. We should leave him alone. But on the other hand, if you're making videos, that doesn't mean that you're immediately subject to somebody not to stitch it. There's a fine line to draw here between like harassing someone, which you shouldn't do, and then like commentating on something and being like, ha ha ha, like this isn't funny, but he's fun to make fun of. He's funny, but everybody's laughing at him, not with him, funny in that kind of way. He later goes on to talk down about, he stopped posting, everybody on TikTok's hating him, which I don't think, hopefully you don't actually hate the guy, right? Like, hopefully you just are like, ha, he's cringe, he's the cringe theater kid, which we need the cringe theater kid, in my opinion, in comedy, me, myself, being a cringe theater kid, I think that's very much needed, but, everybody's making fun of him. They said, how does it feel to be the target of such an enormous internet pile calling you cringe? He said he was going to get candid about it. So how would you describe the Jake Novak persona? He describes it as self-deprecating. It's all fine. If that's his vibe, then I think he's actually killing it, because he does seem to be self-deprecating. And he made original songs, which always had good production value. They said, what would you say earnestness is a large part of what you were trying to do? TikTok is the place where you make it or break it nowadays. It's the place where you can get big easily. Obviously, I've experienced that. A lot of other people have experienced that. You use TikTok to boost yourself on other platforms, which is what Jake Novak was trying to do. I relate to him because I'm an aspiring actor, and he's just how every aspiring actor is. You just want to get famous, you want to get there, and you want to make it. And sometimes the best way to do that is to put yourself out there on TikTok. And honestly, I respect him in that aspect. I think it's a good thing to do. Obviously, everybody knew what his artistic inspiration was. It's Lin-Manuel Miranda. He's a copy and paste white Lin-Manuel Miranda. You listen to his stuff, it's obviously Lin-Manuel Miranda stuff. And Bo Burnham. It's those two. Now that we know that, that's just kind of the fluff of the interview. I want to get into it, but he says he's not chronically online. And now they start talking about the SNL video. He was a fan of SNL, someone who loves comedy. I don't know if I would call SNL comedy anymore. It's not very funny. But he made the video. I want to be the next SNL cast member, and here's why I should be a contender. He didn't show it to anybody, so he didn't run it by anyone. He always posted one video a week, so he had to pump it out. One video a week, not a lot, by the way. I post like 3 or 4 times a day. Used to post 8 times a day at my peak, but TikTok's boring now. YouTube is much better. Thank you guys for watching me, by the way. I love you so much. So he starts talking. He's reaching out directly to SNL. He was happy with the video. He thought it was good, and then it all started to blow up. At first it was positive, and then it turned negative. And at first it was something like, I'm not feeling this is kind of cringe. Then 12 to 24 hours is pretty clear that it was going down a pretty negative path. What do you think was the thing that people picked up negatively about the video? I guess people just didn't think it was funny, which is fair. Okay, at least Jake Novak admits that. It wasn't that funny. Good. What is your relationship with the word cringe? This is so bad they don't know it kind of thing. Which is, I guess, true. Jake Novak posted that video thinking it was funny, and it wasn't very funny. But cringe can be funny, right? Like, you can be purposefully cringy. I think he was not purposefully cringy, which is what made it kind of more cringe. He started second guessing himself. You know, you miss once, you miss. You know, you're gonna miss sometimes. Everybody flops. And hopefully Jake Novak has that classic actor's mentality in where he doesn't want to give up and he wants to keep on going even if he failed one time, which, is this even a fail? If we're being honest with ourselves, guys, can you even call this a fail? Because he blew up because of this video, and now people like him. Now people want him back. It's so funny. Everybody hated on him at first, and people that were actually mean to him, which is not okay. And now they all want him back. Now they all want him to come back to TikTok. So it's like, why did you try to get him off? And now you want him back. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me. What form did the attacks take outside of TikTok? This is where things kind of go dark a little bit. Twitter, people are going through digging up old tweets, batting them around, trying to cancel him. See, that's not okay. And from what I saw, there was nothing even worth canceling over. Yeah, people were like blackmailing his family. Not good. Not good things at all. He hasn't had any encounters that were negative, but it's entirely possible for people to see me from the distance, get a photo without me having interaction with them at all. And we just saw that happen. Does that affect your work? There's some times where I just don't think about it. The nature of my job is that hundreds of people a day are going to see us. Many of them are going to have their phones out. That's just part of the job. He feels that the place is less trustful. Not good. I hope he gets back a good relationship with the general public and the internet, genuinely. I mean, look, the guy's cringe, but I think he has the capacity to be funny, and I think he's a creative guy. It's just he had one video that was a flop. You know, a few other videos weren't that funny either. Maybe he's not my style, but he definitely, I think, could have a future if he wanted it. And he is making a living as a performer right now, which respect, dude. I don't know what's next, but this has certainly changed my opinion on the internet platforms. Yep, Jake Novak got a piece of the internet cancellation pie, and that's unfortunate. Nobody wants to see that. You took on the persona of anxious guy. Do you think this experience helps you approach anxiety in your work going forward? He has enjoyed the hiatus, but he says he wants to come back. So Jake Novak will make his return. And when he does make his return, let's be a little more nicer to him, okay? But Jake Novak, probably gonna come back. That's all good. I'll be interested to see where his content goes from here. But thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all that. Yeah, y'all have a great day. Why does my chair keep sinking? I've been at like 5 different levels. Stop sinking. I'm gonna end the video now. Thank you guys for watching. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the members on the YouTube. Well, I think just one member right now. Right there. But you guys can become a member by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button. Make sure you comment. What do you want to see from Jake when he comes back? And yeah, thank you guys. I love you. Have a great rest of your day. Peace out.